Hey guys, it's Joshua Reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm tired. Of all these damn shark movies. I wish I could say that all of them were great, because dinosaurs, alligators, snakes, sharks, they are probably my favorite out of the bunch of creature features that you can turn into horror movies. I love shark movies, but gosh damn it, there's so fucking many. I don't know why. There just are. I have a list and counting of at least 200 shark movies. And the one that I've always been interested in checking out was Spring Break Shark Attack. Now, wait a minute. It's the summertime. Why am I looking at a movie with Spring Break in the title? Because I don't care. It's my channel, my review. So, deal with it, baby. So, Spring Break Shark Attack. We have ourselves a bunch of attractive teens, and for spring break, they are getting together on this beach in Florida, I believe. Or is it Florida? It is Florida. Yep, Florida. They're getting together in Florida. The one chick, the main girl, her right here, she asks her father if she can go to Florida with her friends to this beach house, and he declined. So she sneaks out, and along the way she meets these two dudes who she kind of falls in love with, and there's kind of a love triangle, and she's also partying with her friends, trying to fit in. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of I believe they're tiger sharks. They're either tiger or bull sharks. Regardless, bunch of sharks coming in, killing people. That's the gist. Okay, first and foremost, I want to say this. This is not at all what I was expecting. This is one of those films I think a lot of people have watched before, have seen it on television, because it's a made-for-TV movie. I think it premiered on the CBS, and let me tell you, it is a made-for-TV movie. This is a movie for the teenage demographic. I can so easily say that with confidence. You got, like, trendy pop music at the time. You got attractive women. You got attractive men. And you got, like, the whole shebang. You got the whole, like, spring break beach feel. I mean, you got eye candy for the men and the women. It's what you'd expect for this type of film, and a part of me was kind of like, yeah, give me that. This feels like a summertime movie, despite the fact that it's called Spring Break Shark Attack, not Summertime Shark Attack. No, that would belong to Ozark Sharks, which the alternate title for that is Summertime Shark Attack, which I find hilarious. But fortunately, we have to deal with Spring Break Shark Attack. Now, I want to say this, all right? I was going into this movie with almost no expectations. I almost knew nothing about it. There's no trailer for this movie, so I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I just know this infamous cover, and I know that it's about a bunch of teenagers who are trying to defeat sharks. That's pretty much about it. So, first of all, okay, for a made-for-TV film, it's fine. The production value is pretty good. It at least seems like they got a confident director or confident cinematographer. Pacing is fine. I mean, everything is kind of just fine in this movie. For a made-for-TV movie, yeah, this works. The thing that caught me off guard was that about 40 minutes in, there's only like maybe 5 shark attacks. Now, that may seem like a lot, but the first like 3 minutes is like the opening kill, and there's like 4 women on top of this beach floaty or whatever, and they get killed by the shark. So that's like, that's like the first 2 minutes. I'd say about 30 minutes in, it's only when like the 5th or 6th person gets eaten, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, wow, there is not a lot of sharks in this movie. Is this even really a shark movie? Because right now, this is feeling like a wild edition of that TV show 16, or 16s, whatever. You guys know that show? I watched it. I watched that 16 zombie special. That was hilarious. That's honestly what this reminded me of. It reminded me of that show 16. The show is basically a bunch of teenagers in a food court in a mall, and 16. No, okay. That's what this reminded me of. For the first 40 minutes of this movie, the first 40 minutes. For the first act of this movie, it felt like a made-for-TV drama, like teen drama, like, you know, kind of, there's like, you got the love triangle, you got the main girl who is trying to decide who she wants to date. Her girlfriends are like, oh, you need to get laid, you need to not be a virgin, and she's like, nah, I'm good with that, which I appreciate. And she bumps into this guy. I forget his name. It was AJ or something. He is a total scumbag. Probably the most unlikable character in the movie, but that's intentional. And along the way, she meets this really nice guy named Shane. And he was probably my favorite character because he was doing all the right things. He was smart. He was likable, charming, and he was a very upstanding citizen. The thing that caught me super off guard was about the 50-minute mark. And there's hardly any sharks. There's maybe one shark attack during the film. Like, we're on-screen shark attack. And I was like, oh, that's a shark. Oh, back to the teenage drama. Okay. There is a subplot about this AJ guy roofying our main protagonist, and he tries to rape her. And it goes on for about like 10 minutes of the movie. And I remember sitting, scratching my head like, is this really happening? What the fuck is going on? I never would have expected this. Nothing like 13 Reasons Why. This is like PG-13 level, you know. But the one dude, Shane, really likes this girl, and she likes him. They kind of hit it off, and you kind of feel bad for this AJ guy at first because this is like early on in the movie where you think, oh, you know, he's, you know, how should I put it? Like, they were like, it was kind of like, oh, this is your date for the night. So it's like, okay, you know, you kind of feel bad because he's like, the first time we were introduced to him, he seems like a nice guy, like an all right guy. Guy that maybe a little stuck up, full of himself, but whatever. It's not till like the 50-minute mark where he straight up roofies her and she passes out on the bed and he tries to sexually assault her while she's unconscious. And thank the heavens, my boy Shane comes in. I got to give it to my bro Shane. My bro Shane comes in and he saves the day. He's like, get the fuck out, and watches over her for the night. I was like, awesome. We need more men like that. And then they get on a boat and some sharks attack, and I was like, now it's a shark movie. And for the remainder of the movie, the like last 30 minutes or whatever, becomes a shark movie. People are getting eaten, and it's done in like this PG-13 way. This movie is a shark movie that doesn't really feel like a shark movie. It feels like a summer teen drama romance. I was not expecting that, but I didn't hate it. I was strangely invested. I would say it took a while for me to get invested in the story, but once I got kind of like familiar with the characters, I was like, you know what? That's solid. I'm not hating this. This is fine. Is it a great movie? No. Some of the acting is really corny. Some of the writing could be better, and there are moments that kind of made me laugh out loud. And for a shark movie, I was a little disappointed because there are some moments where you see the shark up close and it looks good, and then there's moments where you don't, and you're just kind of like, oh, okay. You mostly just see the fins. This cover is pretty accurate. You mostly just see the fins, and I also think that the explanation as to why the sharks are just kind of attacking people is kind of lazy. They don't really elaborate on it. They explain like, oh, this guy was chumming the water, and that somehow attracted like 20-something tiger sharks to the beach. Okay, buddy. But for the most part, I had myself a good time. It wasn't like, it's not the best thing, but I had fun with it. Took some turns. I was surprised with that whole sexual assault thing, which I'm glad it didn't go 13 Reasons Why on my ass, but I'm you know, I was kind of like, oh, okay, I would have never expected that, so A plus for twist. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a B minus. That's me being generous. It's probably closer to a C plus, but I'm gonna give it a B minus just because I'm feeling generous. Because I didn't hate watching it. I was having myself a good time. I was just kind of like a little more let down by, oh, where's the sharks? You know, but that's kind of what you get when you watch these kinds of movies. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Stay tuned for the next review. See you soon.